Minimize. The green.
This green?
I think the orange one. Minimize it.
Minimize, okay. Okay. There are 5 children. Okay. Anaya Kosata, then Maitri Varushvit. Okay. Maitri. Another child. Okay. Let me start with the. Okay. Where is it? Shamal. I lost. Hey, Shamal. I'm trying to find the screen sharing. Okay, just a minute, okay? Okay, you repeat after me. Yatha agarang duchannang
Akaram duchanam
vutti samati vijjati
Vutti samati
shati
vijjati
vichati
evam
evam
subhavitang
subhavitam
chittang
chittam
rago
rago
samati vijjati.
samati
samachati.
vijjati.
Just a minute, I want to make it clear. Okay, once again. Yatha agarang
Yata agaram
Agaram
ducchanang
tuchanam
Duchanam
vuddhi
Buddhi
buddhi
samati vijjati
samati
Samadhi
vijjati
evaṁ
Evam
evam
subhavitang
Subhavitam
avitam
cittang
tam
Chittam
rago
Rago
samati vijjati.
samati vijjati
Samadhi
Again, yata agarang
yata agaram
Agaram
ducchanang
Duchanam
vuddhi
buddhi
Buddhi
samati vijjati
samati
Samadhi
vijjati
Jati
evaṁ abhavitang
evam
Evam Abhavitam
abhavitam
cittang
chitta
Chittam
rago
rago
Go
samati vijjati.
samati
Samadhi Jati
vijjati
Once again, yatha agarang ducchanang
yata
Yata
agaram
Agaram Duchanam
vuddhi samati vijjati
Buddhi
samati
Samadhi Jati
vijjati
evaṁ abhavitang cittang
evam
Evam Abhavitam
abhavitam
Chittam
chitam
rago samati vijjati.
Rago Samadhi Vijjati
Okay, yatha, just as. Yatha means just as. See this word. Agarang. Agara means house. The word house is here, agarang, house. Ducchanang, touching with house, with with touching that is poor. That is with poor touching. Ducchanang. Channang here is covering. Vutti is rain. Here the word rain is here. Vutti, rain. Samati vijjati, penetrates. Samati vijjati, this word means penetrate. Here is the word penetrate. Evaṁ, so, abhavitam means undeveloped. Undeveloped is this word. Chittang, a mind. Rago, passion. Here word passion is here. Samati vijjati, penetrates. Samati vijjati is this word. This is penetrate. So, just as the rain penetrates a house with touching that is poor, so passion penetrates a mind that is undeveloped. Okay? That means when mind is not well developed, when the mind is not well developed or undeveloped, passion, ragam, here about rago. Raga is another name for passion, greed, desire. For all this word raga is used. raga. In Pali, raga also is used for color. Color. Here it means passion. Passion is used in English for very great enthusiasm. But in this place, it is used for rag, desire. So, desire penetrates a mind that is undeveloped. How we develop the mind? We develop the mind by meditating. When we meditate, we develop the mind. That is called Bhavana. Bhavana. Abhavita. See the word Abhavita? Abhavita comes from the word Bhavana, from the same root, bhu, to develop. Evam, so. Agarang means house. Agarang, house. Anagara means not house, without house. Duchannang, poorly thatched. The roof is not very well done, not well covered. So vutti is rain, samati vijjati penetrates. So that is the first stanza. Let us go to the next one. There is a story behind that. I tell you the story after this. The second one. Second one is very little different from the first one. Duchanda becomes suchanda. Vutti, samati vijjati means na samati vijjati. Evam abhavitam becomes subhavitam. Samati vijjati becomes na samati vijjati. That's the difference. So when we memorize one, it is easy to memorize the other as well, because there are very little differences. So let us read this one, easy to read. Repeat after me. Yatha agarang suchannang
Yata aga
Agaram suchanam
vutti na samati vijjati.
uti
udina
samati
vijjati
Evam subhavitam chittam
evam subhavitam chittam
rago na samati vijjati.
rago samati vijjati.
Okay, yata here again, just as. Vutti again here, this is the word vutti, rain. Na samati vijjati does not penetrate here. Na samati vijjati does not penetrate. A house, suchannang. Suchannang means with thatching that is good, that is well thatched house. Evam, so, subhavitam, well developed. Here, other one is not developed, this is well developed. Chittam, mind, this is the word mind, chitta, for chittam. Rago is the same as passion here. Na samati vijjati does not penetrate, cannot penetrate. Rain cannot penetrate this roof which is well thatched. I think the word thatched you may not be using very often in modern world, especially in Western countries. Thatching is done in early days, in ancient time. Even some countries like Sri Lanka, India, Africa and so forth, they do the thatching. Thatching is they take, if there is coconut leaves or palm leaves or hay, with coconut leaves they make very nice design. They knit the coconut the leaves together in a way that it does not, the water does not penetrate through that. So they take those coconut thatch and cover their roofs of their houses, and that is called thatching. So anyway, the story behind is very interesting. The Buddha had a half brother. His mother is Mahamaya. When after he was born, she passed away within 7 days. 7 days after his birth, he passed away. Then his stepmother, who is called Pajapati, King Suddhodana's second wife, took care of Siddhartha. But she also had a son called Nanda. And as she gave Nanda to another lady to take care of him and took care of Siddhartha. So after Buddha attained enlightenment, when he returned to Kapilavatthu to see his parents, his former wife, son, and Nanda, third day of his visit to Kapilavatthu, there was a ceremony. Nanda, his brother's wedding ceremony, housewarming ceremony, and coronation ceremony. They built a very beautiful palace for him, and they wanted to open that palace ceremonially. And also at the same time they wanted to Nanda to marry a woman called Janapada Kalyani. Janapada Kalyani is the most beautiful girl in the area. And then his accepting his throne, crowning him as prince, also took place on the same day. Then Buddha invited for the ceremony. After ceremony, Buddha had meals in the palace and then gave the alms bowl to Nanda and left the palace. Nanda was following the Buddha, thinking that Buddha would take his alms bowl back on the top of the staircase, but he did not take it. Then Nanda thought, by the way, when he reached the end of the lower part of the staircase, the Buddha would receive the alms bowl. He did not receive it. Then he thought at the door, when he leaves the palace, Buddha would take the alms bowl. He did not take it. Then Nanda thought, well, at the end of the palace compound, Buddha would take the alms bowl. He did not take it back. Then Buddha simply ignored and went, and Nanda, out of respect, for the Buddha, did not ask him to get the alms bowl back. So when he went to the monastery, Jetavana monastery, Buddha simply asked Nanda, Nanda, would you like to become a monk? Nanda could not say no because out of respect. When Nanda was leaving with the alms bowl following the Buddha, some women in the palace went to Janapada Kalyani and told her, look, your husband is being taken away by the Buddha. So Janapada Kalyani was washing her hair. And without drying the hair, she ran and looked through the window, combing the hair, and she saw him going with the Buddha with the alms bowl in his hand. And she said, dear, please return very quickly. And these words struck Nanda's heart like a stick. And her voice was very sweet, and they just married. They did not spend 1 hour with them together, and now he is going. And Nanda's mind was so taken up by these words. So anyway, he went with the Buddha, and when the Buddha asked him whether he likes to become a monk, out of respect for the Buddha, he did not say no. And Buddha asked a monk to ordain him, so he ordained. He was ordained as a monk. But from that moment onward, Nanda refused to eat, he could not sleep, he could not rest, he could not meditate, he could not do anything that a monk is supposed to do. He was just wearing the robe, that's all. Then other monks came to him and asked him, what is the matter with you? You just ordained now. When you came, you look very healthy, strong, young, with shining body. Now you are very weak and you become very thin. You don't like bride. What happened? Then he told them, well, this is what happened. That was my coronation day, wedding day, housewarming day, and Buddha brought me here like this. They went and reported to the Buddha. Buddha said, I said so. So he called Nanda. When Nanda came to the Buddha, Buddha asked Nanda, is it true that you are discontent with the monastic life or dislike monastic life? He said, yes. Why? Because of such and such. How can one be happy with the monastic life when he was forced to be monk, leaving his brand new bright home in the coronation, abandoning, and housewarming with all these ceremonies behind, and by force he was made a monk. Then Nanda said, yes, Venerable Sir, because when I was leaving the palace, my bride asked me to return very quickly. She was combing her hair, and we even did not have time to talk. So Buddha said, I said so. So let us go. He took him by hand to a divine realm. On the way, with his magical power, he created a forest where there was a monkey and the forest was burnt. In the burnt forest tree stump, there was a monkey whose tail is burned, ears are burned, nose is burned, and she looked so ugly. Anyway, showing all these things, Buddha took him to celestial realm, and then as soon as he went there, all the celestial nymphs, beautiful celestial nymphs, came to pay respect to the Buddha. Then Nanda could not take his eyes away from them because they were so beautiful, unimaginably beautiful. And then Buddha noticed him eyeing these celestial nymphs and asked Buddha, Nanda, do you like them? Oh yes, Venerable Sir, I like them very much. How about them compared to your wife, your bride Janapada Kalyani? Venerable Sir, Janapada Kalyani compared to these celestial nymphs is like that monkey who was burned in the forest. So, Nanda, if you like this, I guarantee you, if you follow my advice, I guarantee you that you can have one of them. With this promise, he brought back and gave some instructions on meditation. And he was meditating, and other monks came and began to tease him. You are hired, you are paid for meditation. Buddha promised to give you celestial names. For the sake of celestial names, you are meditating. You are pretending, not honest, and so forth. They began to tease him. But Nanda followed Buddha's advice, and before long he attained full enlightenment. By focusing the mind on the nature of the body, nature of appearance, nature of desire, he meditated and then attained full enlightenment. Then he returned to the Buddha and said, Venerable Sir, I want to release you of the promise you made me, that you would get me as celestial names. Now I don't want any celestial name, anyone to satisfy my passion. And that is the story. Now, story is a beautiful story, and this stanza fits that story. His mind yata agaram duchandang. His mind was not developed, and therefore passion penetrated his mind. Passion penetrates the mind which is not developed. It is just as the rain penetrates house with touching that is poor. So that is the meaning of this stanza. And we go to the next one and see the opposite of it. Yata agaram suchanang, just as rain does not penetrate the house with touching that is good, so passion cannot penetrate a mind that is well developed. Now, friends, and children, we must understand that the mind must be developed to such a powerful state, and that development must be so strong that no passion can penetrate it. That mind which is so well developed, passion does not penetrate. That means if you do it haphazardly, very carelessly try to develop the mind, you cannot achieve this state. Venerable Nanda, out of respect and trust in the Buddha, followed his instructions very scrupulously, very closely, sincerely, and even though while he was meditating, passion tries to enter the mind. Passion tried to greed, raga. Raga was trying to penetrate his mind. Raga cannot penetrate because his practice of mindfulness, practice of meditation was so strong, so powerful that greed, lust, passion could not break the boundaries of his meditation. Meditation is like building an iron wall around him. So this is very beautiful simile to remember. Just as rain does not penetrate a house with touching, that is good, so passion cannot penetrate a mind that is well developed. So these two stanzas we must remember very carefully, because whenever we meditate, this gives us a reason to meditate. This encourages us to meditate. This gives us faith and confidence in the practice of meditation. Because our purpose of meditation is to get rid of desire, which is the cause of our suffering. This sounds very difficult thing, but friends, if we do it over and over again with diligence, with consistency, we can achieve this state and get rid of our greed of all sort of greed, all sort of passion, small or gross, subtle or gross, all we can get rid of if we practice meditation very sincerely. Now let us go back to the stanza again, and this time, as I did in the past, we read the stanza once or twice, and then I like you to recite it once with me, and third time you recite it by yourself, looking at the in this slide. Okay? Now repeat after me. Number 13. Yatha agarang ducchanang
Yata
Nam
utti samati vijjati
Utti Samati Vijjati
evang abhavitang cittang
Evang Abhavitang Chittang
rago samati vijjati.
Rago Samati Vijjati
Again, yatha agarang ducchanang
Yata Agarang Chanang
utti samati vijjati
Buddhi samati vijjati.
Evaṁ abhavitam cittam
Evam
Evaṁ abhavitam cittang.
rago samati vijjati.
Rago samati vijjati.
Okay, you recite together with me. Yata agarang ducchanang buddhi
Buddhi
samati
samati
vijjati
vijjati.
evaṁ bhavitam
Evaṁ
cittang rago samati
samati
vijjati.
vijjati.
Now try to read it yourself, looking at the slide.
Yatta
Karang duchanang
Di
buddhi samati vijjati. Evaṁ cittang rago samati vijjati.
Very good. You see the meaning in English. Then let us go to number 14, next one. It's almost the same except very little change. Du has become su. Samati vijjati become na samati vijjati. Abhavitam becomes subhavitam. Samati vijjati become na samati vijjati. Samati vijjati, the same. Vutti is the same. Rago is the same in the previous one. Then Yata Agarang is the same as the previous one. Evang is the same. Chittang is the same. So therefore, it is almost the same except very few changes. Now let us see. I read, you repeat after me. Yatha agarang succannang
Yatta
Karang suchanang
putti na samati vijjati.
buddhi nasamati vijjati.
Evaṁ subhavitam cittang
Evam
Subhavitam cittang
rago na samati vijjati.
rago nasamati vijjati.
Okay. I recite it myself, the whole thing, then you repeat yourself. Yatha agarang ducchanang vutti na samati vijjati evaṁ subhavitam cittang rago na samati vijjati. Okay, you recite it by yourself.
Yatta
Suchanang
Would
Vutti nasamati vijjati.
Evam
Subhavitam cittang rago nasamati vijjati.
Okay, very good. Now, do you have any questions? If not, we spend some time in meditation. We want to make subhavitam cittang. Subhavitam cittang, well-developed mind. mind that is well developed. So our mind is not well developed. That is why we have abhavitam chittam. Abhavitam chittam, mind that is undeveloped. What happened to undeveloped mind? Rago samati vijjati. Passion penetrates the mind. Passion penetrates that mind. Just like rain penetrates a house with thatching that is poor. So we don't want to make our mind like a leaking roof. Leaking roof. We want to make the mind as well covered, not leaking roof. Okay? In order to make the mind not leaking, that is well developed, let us do some meditation. Even if you do it for 5 minutes, you train the mind. So let us see how long we can meditate. And I ring the bell at certain time. Then we end it, and still the floor is open for you to ask me questions. Okay, let us begin our meditation. Okay. Normally this is what we do in our meditation. I think that's very very good for our development. Okay? You read all these things together with me. This is very easy in English. I think some of you already know this. We recite this every day, every time we meditate in the morning. And many people know this by heart. This is a wonderful, wonderful kind of meditation. This is called metta meditation. So we start with this. Okay. Sit up in a right, comfortable posture, and then don't close your eyes right now. When we finish this, you close your eyes and focus your mind on your breath. I will guide you in focusing mind on the breath. For now, let us use this, recite these passages to share loving friendliness or metta with everybody. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. You repeat with me. You don't have to wait. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, low, large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or caught a bird, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. Neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hate and resentment, whether standing, walking, or sitting, lying down, or whenever awake. One should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here. not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desire for sensual pleasures, one comes never again to birth in the womb. Okay, with this, let us continue our practice. Okay. Now at this time, sit up in the right comfortable posture. Put your hands on your lap. Close your eyes. Focus your mind on your nose and nostrils. And then notice the breath going in and coming out through the nostrils. Don't try to breathe through the mouth. Close the mouth. Leave the nose open and focus mind on the rims of your nostrils. You may notice the breath touching the rims of your nostrils or tip of your nose or upper lips. This variation depends on the formation of your nose. If the nose is turning up, your breath will touch your upper lips. If the nose is still straight, you notice the breath touching the tip of the nose. If the nose is little bent down, then you notice it at the rims of your nostrils. So you have to find it out by yourself by breathing in and out and see where the breath touches, and then focus mind on that. While inhaling, become aware of inhaling as inhaling. While exhaling, become aware of exhaling breath as exhaling. You notice the breath touching the nostrils or rims of the nose or upper lips. That touch is due to the presence of earth element in the air. You may notice the moisture in the air when you breathe in and out, or dryness of the air. That is because of the presence of water element in the air, humidity. And when you breathe in and out, you feel the warmth of air. That is because of the presence of heat element in the air that you breathe in and out. As you breathe in and out, you notice the breath moving. That is because of the presence of air element. These are the four elements of which the breath is made: earth element, water element, fire element, and air element. And notice them changing as you breathe in and out. So keep focusing mind on that and noticing all this without saying anything in words, by just become fully aware of what is happening as you breathe in and out. Okay, now I stop talking and we meditate together. Let us also listen to this aspiration. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish, may I join always with the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering, may the fear-struck be free from fear, may the grieving be free from grief, so too may all beings be. From the highest realm of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with forms and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is also a very good aspiration that we have to make at the end of our session, as you do in the morning. If you have any question, you can ask me now. If you don't have any question, we can end the session. Okay? Very good. No questions?
Pinsidda veva Bhante.
Eh?
Pinsidda veva Bhante.
Who is that Pinsidveva?
Malka.
Malka from New Jersey.
New Jersey Bhante.
Yes, yes. Okay, very good. I see some of these children in the morning. This child in the morning. Anyway, I'm so glad that you participated in this and you continue your practice. Okay?
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you.
Bhante.
All right. Bye.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Everyone.